You've changed your ideas on staging yards over the years. You've had return loops, and one time you had the two staging yards directly across from each other at the end of an aisle, and now you've got a kind of an unusual design where the two ends of the railroad are next to each other. Tell me about that.
The first one we had hidden staging yards with a loop, 5-track yards with a loop on the end, which was a John Armstrong design from years ago, a very excellent design. The problem with that few tracks in that sort of arrangement was that you have to keep moving trains up, one behind the other. And ours worked mechanically and electrically as perfect as anyone could, but we would suffer from human mistakes, including myself, of throwing a switch under a train or running another train into the back of one or something. And I got to where I didn't like hidden staging yards. Now, the way to have hidden staging yards is to have another room adjacent to your railroad room where you can walk in there and it's all laid out before you, but there it is visible again. Mm-hmm. So when I did these versions in the last years, I made visible staging yards because I didn't want to have them hidden. And then I went ahead and scenic them, many of them that I had.
How do you define operation?
Well, it's simulating what the Santa Fe does in my case, or what real railroads do.
All right, and then what's
in every way we can that makes some kind of reason. That we, all our friends in operation argue about what is reasonable and what's not. Whether to spend real time timing out air pumping up and things like that is a question which some people want to do and some don't.
It depends on how far you want to take it.
That's right.
And then some people say, well, the railroad's got to make a profit. And we run those.
If that's your thing, well, that's okay.
Can do that,
I haven't gotten into that.
Takes a loss or whatever.
I depended on the Santa Fe accountants to take care of that for me because I simply move the traffic through that they dictate, really.